Oh my gosh, back at it again. It's Jalen Martinez, aka the Suburban Grower. Let me fix myself. How y'all doing today? So today, if you haven't already figured it out, it's all about apples. So here is my Shemer apple. And as you can see, there's apples everywhere, but there aren't any leaves. That tells me one thing. This tree is putting all of its energy into growing these fruit that, if I just be totally honest with myself, I don't expect any apples. So why would I make this tree go through all of this hardship to grow these apples? So what we're gonna be doing today, you know what time it is. We're thinning. We are thinning. We got some buds right here, some leaves that are trying to come out right here. But as you can see, these guys are clustering up. Can you see that? Let me see. Look at that. 3 to a cluster. Now, this is the Shemer apple. I have a Anna apple on the front, and they are cross-pollinators. So what we want to do today is look at the Shemer, the Anna apple, and my Gala apple tree. But with no further ado, I'm gonna get a shirt made saying with no further ado, because I say it all the time. Look at this. Look at that. That is 7 apples. And we got those ants on there, so I know good and well that there are aphids somewhere. Let's go ahead and... So this guy has none, but we got a little leaf curl going on. So that lets me know we have an issue. Now this guy was a late bloomer, and that's odd because it shouldn't be. Because I'm in Texas, Clean Texas, Zone 8B. It shouldn't be blooming late because this is actually a very early variety. So that let me know that we have some issues going on. So anyway, let's get back to the tree. So out of this cluster, we're gonna go ahead and take this one off. I'm gonna leave 2 to that cluster. I really want to get them down to 1. So as you can see right here, you got 3. And there's 1 that just stands out. So what we're gonna do, come up here and clip those. Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum. We gotta get rid of that one. Right here, you got a cluster of 7. You see that? 7 of those guys. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna knock all of those off. All of those off. You don't need that many. The tree can't support that many. And this is a prime example of what'll happen if you're not careful with your apples. Any fruit tree. Because again, it's putting all of its energy again. Look at these leaves. Man, that leaf is almost crispy. And I'll water them. I'll water them heavy. So that's an issue. Go ahead and knock those off. We got 2 on that one. We got 1 on there. So now we have a total of 3 on this one. Well, I'm sorry, 4. See that there? That's that king bloom. I went ahead and left that one there. And what that's gonna do is rechannel that energy that this tree has. And let me go ahead and show you guys the way I have it set up. Look at how poor it looks. Look at this. And I have to put that there because otherwise my dogs will chew these trees up, dig them up, chew them up. All right, but that is our Shemer apple. So we're gonna go ahead and let that be that. And we're gonna go to the front. All right, let's go. We're on the front. Give me a second. So this here is the Gala apple tree. And this is not a disappointment by any stretch of the imagination, but this tree did not fruit. I selected this tree based upon, look at how thick that trunk is. Man, you can't beat that. It is, I'm 6'4", and I'm standing as level as possible. This tree is about 9 feet tall, sitting on the corner of my house. I went ahead and washed these guys off, sterilized them. When you get this stuff right here, go ahead and do yourself a favor. Just cut it off. Just cut it off, just knock it off. But I mean, I don't really have to waste no time on this guy. It's kind of self-sufficient. Now, I did consider air layering these lower branches because I don't want the skirt all the way down to the ground. It just, before long, my grapes are trying to grow to the tree. Like, look at the distance. Look at that close, about 2 feet. But anyway, I'm gonna let this guy really establish itself. I don't want to see, if it tried to flower again, I would knock them all off. Because this tree, out of the 3 apple trees that I do have, honestly, this one is probably doing the best. As you can see, that's my potting soil. Those are my house shoes. I got my little house shoes on. But that is that Miracle Grow potting soil. I'm not doing anything to this tree but top dressing the soil. That's it. As you can see, that's fresh. Well, they're not so fresh no more. That's banana juice. Everybody has those videos about putting the banana stuff on there and letting it sit out in the sun. I don't have patience. I put it right on top of the soil. These trees get enough water. As you can see, I got my little irrigation system set up. These trees get enough water to where all of that stuff is gonna get washed out in the soil anyway. So it's no big deal. But last but not least, my baby girl Anna. And look at her. Look at that. Look at that. And this one, I know you guys probably don't believe this, but I knocked all of the flowers off of this little bitty tree. This little bitty tree. As you can see, there's an apple right there. It's dried up. That's my secret ingredient right there. Yes, that is fish. They love it. But anyway, I knocked all the flowers off of this tree. It flowered again. Look at that. Let me just look. Look at that. That's what you want to see. But what's crazy is, if you want an apple tree and you're in a hot area, hot zone, call it the hot zone, zone 8A to about zone 9, where the chill hours are a big deal, get you an Anna apple tree. Tell you how much this tree has been growing. I put this little clip on there and I'm suffocating my tree. It's growing that fast. It's growing that fast and I feel like a butthole. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. This tree is growing at one hell of a pace. One hell of a pace. When I planted this tree, I knocked these little limbs off with these guys, and it came back again. You can't stop this tree from growing. This is probably the most ferocious growing tree outside of my peach tree that we have. And as you can tell, this is catty cornered in there. section of my house, right here in the front yard. I know people are like, this man is about crazy. But who's gonna tell me I can't grow? Who's gonna tell me that? Check this out. Look at that. Little bitty tree. And believe it or not, I probably knocked about 20 fruit off of this tree. And don't tell my wife, but I'm thinking about getting another one. Yeah, because it does so well. I told you I was gonna get that grass together, but it grows so well. I haven't, well, I didn't really think it was gonna do as well as it had. And you know what, let me just stop talking so I can show y'all. But yeah, look, the proof is in the pudding. All I do, I gotta get those weeds out of there. All I do is top dress it. That's one of its own apples. Something's been eating away at it, but look, this is why thinning is important. This apple was this size for about a good 2 weeks. Look, that energy would have went to waste. Now that one probably needs to be gone because it's not keeping up with the rest of them. But who else can say that they have apples in Texas? I do. And you can too. You can too. My family in Solent, you can too. My family out here in Texas, you can too. It doesn't take much whatsoever. I mean, I know this is probably not the best example, but we're growing apples in Texas. You just got to know what variety you want. And it's that simple. What's up, man? All right. It's that simple. All right, I'm gonna let you guys get on up out of here and go save a tree. Go save a tree. Because apparently I'm gonna have to rethink something because this will suffocate my tree. You can't have that. And I'm gonna end this video by saying this. If you have something growing, I learned this from Mr. Lead and Mrs. Lead. Check on your trees daily. Check on your trees. You got something going on? How you gonna know if you ain't checking on them? Huh? How you gonna know? How do you know? But that's all from the Suburban Grower today. I promised you guys a video, and soon enough we'll do an update. All right. Goodbye, you guys. Y'all have a blessed one.